Hey, all you guys. This is Joe at Joe Shrimp Shack, going live from my top secret shrimp cave. That's right, top secret. So let's wait for some more people to come on in as I drink my coffee. Yeah, we got some really bad weather here in Minnesota. They're saying that this is supposed to be as bad as the 91 winter when we had a huge snowfall. So yesterday we got a few inches. Overnight we got some more inches. Um, Unsure if the store is going to be open today. I haven't decided yet. Haven't tried out the road. So, hello everybody, coming live from the top secret shrimp cave. Nobody knows where this is. Good morning, Crypt Keeper. How you doing? Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Like I've been here for, I want to say like 8 years, and I've only had two friends here. I think it was. I kind of respect my privacy. I am guessing somewhere between Halloween Blizzard and the one that collapsed the Metrodome roof. Yes, they're saying that this snowstorm is supposed to be as bad as the one in 91. So the one that was Halloween was 80, 87, 88, something like that. Good morning, Mark. How you doing? And then 91 would be the one with the Metrodome roof and stuff. They're calling for 21 to 24 inches of snow with tons of wind. Now, we have a little break right now. Hi, come live from your weather chat. We have a little break right now from the snow. So, yeah, let me just kind of I'll just do this quick. Yeah, just show you guys out the window or out the door. Yes. Look at tons of snow. Tons. So, yes, I am coming live from my own condo. Now, not a lot of people have been to my condo. I kind of really respect my own privacy. I'm a very private person. Halloween was in 91. I remember. I can't remember exactly what year it was. Okay, 91. So yeah, they're calling for it. That's that bad. I remember 91. I took my friend Rick M. No, it was Aaron. It was Aaron. I took my friend Aaron, and we were going to go to my mom's down in the cities to go trick or treating. And I remember I was at my grandma Clara's in Maple Lake at her assisted living, and the snow came down, and him and I went Halloween trick or treating. And I remember this one person went over and had garbage bagged his driveway, and it snowed on top, and we fell like 8 million times. Couldn't do that nowadays. So you get sued. Crypt Keeper, they're calling for how much snow? 21 to 24 inches total from last night to today. Now, when I went to go move my car so the maintenance guy could use the skid loader, there was roughly about 4 or 5 inches of snow. So we got a lot more snow coming in. So what's going to happen is it's going to start blowing, and then we're going to get more snow, and then it's going to be blowing, and this will be like negative weather. So anybody that has ordered, you're going to have to be patient. We have really bad weather and stuff. So I'll get them as soon as it goes. There's a few orders out there. I heard the snow in the forecast here in New York. I changed the channel immediately. Didn't know how much we're expecting. Yeah, we got a lot here. I was just out in New York, Crypt Keeper. So I was sitting here. Last night I left work. Me and my buddy that has the card shop, we moved a bunch of his stuff from his one storage unit. So even in my place, I have shrimp posters. This is where it all started. This is like I still have one of my pallet racks right over there where I have it. This is I'm sitting where I had all my shrimp originally. Thank God we don't get as much snow as hometown Colorado or the mountains. Yeah, we get it used to be bad. Now it's not that bad. So, but yeah, I'm debating about today. So last night I had a few people coming in the store yesterday. And I was just trying to do some stuff around the store. Today, I think it's supposed to start at 2 o'clock once again. So then I debate, okay, do I drive a half hour to my store for a couple hours and the snowstorm hits, and then I get stuck there, or I don't know. Like, all I know is, like, I get stir crazy and there's nothing to do at home here. Hey, Chevy. I had someone shoot me a text today wondering if I was going to do my live today, and I was starting to respond as, due to the unforeseen weather here in Minnesota, I'm not at my store. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to fire up my phone. This is my phone, and then just do it in my life. I know I normally don't do that, so. Radio is recommending everyone stay home. Watch the radar, Joe. I mean, I can look at the radar afterwards. Let's see here. Hey, how's everyone? Y'all get a bunch of snow? Yeah, we got about like 5 inches, I want to say. Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong. We got about 5 inches. Tyler's like, I want to say like 40 minutes from me, just to the east. Tyler's been to my place, so we had a debate. So here is our debate. So someone in the store. We get kind of some morbid thoughts. So, too much in the cloud. Okay, we didn't get to too much in the cloud. Okay. Here's my morbid thought: is if I died here, like right here in my place, let's just say I'm going to stay home until I have to fill my fridge. And so I went grocery shopping last night. Yeah, about 3 to 4. Yeah, about less than over 3 to 4. Okay. I went over and I said, if I died in my place, if I died in my home, how long would it take for someone to know? And my customer said, oh, we know right away. And I'm like, well, how would you know right away? They're like, because your store would be closed. I'm like, okay, I understand my store. Let's break this down. If my store is closed, how would you know I was dead though? Well, we'd call you. Okay, I wouldn't answer my phone. Well, we'd get a hold of your family. They don't know where I live. My dad's never been. If my dad is watching, usually he watches, he could chime in. My dad has never been to my place, so he would never know where I live. That's the thing. Now, Tyler's been to my place, but it's also been 6 years. But he's only been to my place one time, so it's whether or not he remembers or not. Hey, my daughter hasn't been in my place, so it's one of those. I kind of keep, like, I'm a very personal person. Like, although I'm on YouTube, I'm a very introvert person. I like keeping like a handful of really close friends that I like to do things with, and I talk to on a regular basis. When I go to the shows and stuff, yes, I do talk to everybody. I talk to everybody at my store, but like, I don't drink, so I don't go to the bars. I don't go out clubbing. I don't go do any of that stuff. I'm a very introvert. I know your fam, LOL, and I'm sure they wouldn't even know. No, they don't know. No, nobody knows where I live. Eric Lucas has been to my place, but he's from California. He can never tell you. So yeah, we debated. I'm like, it'd be probably 30 days. 30 days is what I would guess. So this is what would happen in 30 days. My store would be closed. Nobody would know what's going on. So, hey, good morning, Chewy. So, what was I saying? Oh, I would die, and my body would start decomposing. And the only way someone would know is by the smell coming from my condo. It'd take about a day after your ghost. Someone would check. If all else fails, the landlord will check 30 days later after non-payment. Yeah, I suppose he would, like, with 30 days, because I would start having to smell. My landlord always gets paid on time, so he'd probably look in his mailbox like, it's the first. Oh, where's Joe's check? Something must have happened. The governor wants to declare a state of emergency. Yeah, the neighbor would smell. I have a new neighbor. If it was the old neighbor, no, because he had smells coming from his place all the time. The old neighbor, I could be here forever and nobody would ever know. The problem we end up having is I have one neighbor, and then on the other side is his laundry room. So yeah, I'll start cooking shrimp, and you'll jump right up from the dead. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, don't eat my friends. I'll call a welfare check in your store, but nobody knows where I live. Like, my driver's license is a PO box. My mail goes to a PO box. So the city I live in, we don't have route drivers, so everybody has to get a PO box. You got to have one nosy neighbor. Yeah, I don't have really no. Got any tanks at home? I do have some tanks at home, Tyler, but unfortunately, they look like poop because I spend more time at home or more time at work. So I'm not going to show them. Like, no. Like, I have a rescue tank that all the neighbors threw their fish in. So I had an albino loach in there, ugly as can be. And I have a Tetra in there. That's the only thing I have in a big 40 gallon. And then I have my 26 bowl that I put that bonsai tree in that I bought from you. And I put it in there and it's overgrown. And then I have my aquascaping tank that's overgrown. Yeah, the tanks look like crap here. I'm going to be honest. I spend more time at the store. I need to just tear these down and start over. I know I'm slacking. Like, Tyler, it's bad. Like, the light just shut off on the one with CO2. It's bad. Like, I'm just going to tear him down. But at least I got all my shrimp posters. So the one tank, the 26 bowl, there is about 3 shrimp in there. I saw 3 of them the other day when I fed them. I do still feed my fish. But there's just like nothing. I just need to redo them. Actually, what I'm thinking about doing is tearing down the 29 bowl, tearing down the 26 bowl, just tear it down completely, find a home for those tanks, and getting one really nice tank and just put it here. Yeah, I know I'm slacking. I'm going to admit it. 100%. Like, I'm not lying. It's me slacking. Remove them. Nothing worse than stressing about a tank that needs help. Every time I come in here, I just kind of like look at the tank like, oop. But I make sure like the CO tank is filled, and the one I like, it's bad. No, nobody would find me. My landlord. Oh my! You know what my landlord do? He probably sent a message saying, "Hey, did you travel? Are you traveling?" That's all he's like. He never comes here. He would just send me a message saying, "Hey, are you traveling, Joe?" So, good morning, Sketty. I like that name, Sketty Nana. Well, with the storm, you should have some time at home to tear down the tanks and record the process for us. Probably not. It's tough. Like it's my second tank I set. I remember the 29 bowl or the 26 bowl when I bought it. That I drove all the way to Apple Valley at 11 o'clock at night, met up with a sketch area, paid $60. Paid $60 for it, for the tank and the stand. Paid $60 for it. Was super happy. Went over and aquascaped it, like my first real aquascape in the tank. Took pictures. Had a snail infestation and I had a bunch of shrimp in there. Thought it'd be really cool to put yo-yo loaches in there, so I put 7 yo-yo loaches in there, and it just demolished my tank. Like, it demolished it, uprooted everything, killed everything, and then all my neighbors started bringing their dumb fish over that they freaking didn't want no more. So, I'm attached. I'm attached. Yeah. Hey, Justin. But like, I was gonna bring a bunch of my cards here and sort through my cards and get some listed on eBay or freaking get them like gone out of my store and stuff. Otherwise, yeah, I want to just thank everybody for the beginning of the year. I do, and we check this out. Let's see if I can share some pictures on here. I can't. It won't let me. All right, so everybody might know that this is Tyler Volk, right? This is Tyler Volk. He is the owner of Liquid Gardens, a plant fertilization. If you're looking for the fertilizer, it's actually on my website, joeshrimpshack.com. And speaking of that, I haven't seen is my moderator here? I know it's short notice, bro. I haven't seen her. But it's on Liquid Gardens. It's on the joeshrimpshack.com page, and it's under Liquid Gardens. We're planning a it was supposed to be a get together and then a barbecue. Then it's an event. I don't know what we are going to call it and stuff. I looked up different names, and a lot of names are taken by other groups. There's the Liquid Gardens. Boom. Thank you. It's called Liquid. His business is called Liquid Gardens. It has a lot of fertilization. We have the dry salts, and we have the liquid salts, and we have root tabs, and we have all that other good stuff. Tyler, I need more root tabs, by the way, too. But I know we're in the talks something else, which I would make an announcement later on. But we're having an event. So it was originally Stacy, thanks, Chevy Fish. I ended up partnering up. Well, partnering up it's kind of tough to say. I ended up having an idea by a couple of my customers that were young men, and I reached out to the admin groups or our old page with all the old admins about doing this get together barbecue, and they all said that we're going to go over and do it. And went over and we started it, and then I talked to. So the page is called MN Planted Aquatics. It's about planted tanks, anything plant related. I know right now it's a closed group for just the local area. But then I reached out to Minnesota Fish Keepers. Hey, how you doing? And I reached out to a couple other pages, and these other pages decided they want to go do it. Now, I then reached out to some other people that did other things, and it's quickly going to something bigger. Now, I am going to say next time we do this, whether it's another one this year or if it's next year, we will be doing it in a convention style hall, whether it's us renting a party room at a hotel or us doing it bigger. So far, okay, I have to work on the things. There's Minnesota Planted Tank Aquatics. I'm going to say this, Tyler. Like I've had a couple people actually say this. A lot of people like the Minnesota Planted Tanks versus the Tank Aquatics. It's just my 2 cents. A lot of people have brought this up to me. All right. So, hey, Monster Fish Gal, welcome. Thank you. We thought something happened to you. So this is what we're planning. So it's going to be at my location. It's going to be located in Plymouth. It's something where I know I debated it a few times with different people about why it's at my store. The biggest thing is like I'm kind of spearheading this. I'm kind of like grabbing the bull by the horns. I'm offering a free venue. That's the biggest thing. I'm offering a free venue. So it's going to be Joe's Shrimp Shack, the group, Minnesota Planted Tank Aquatics, Minnesota Plantarella. Yes, right. Minnesota Plantarella, a houseplant group. A houseplant group is going to also co-host this. And then with special groups like Minnesota Fish Keepers, Minnesota Aquarium Society, Twin Cities Marine Aquatic, TCMAS is what we call it. So we have the two local nonprofit groups both want to take part in this as well. Not only that, but we also had some major manufacturing sponsors that do also want to attend too. So I said, let's do this. So we went from having a get together to a barbecue style, and now we quickly went from a barbecue style to an event. So we're gonna have to get food trucks. We're gonna have to get some porta potties. I only have one bathroom at my place, and if you're gonna get 1,200, 1,500 people there, we can't really. One bathroom can't support that many people. We're gonna have sellers tables. We're gonna have raffles. We're gonna have Minnesota Planted Tank Aquatics is going to be doing a swap table, so like a plant swap. They're going to be doing a aquascape for kids. This is for kids, aquascaping workshop for kids. That's going to be sponsored by one of my sponsors. What else are we going to have there? We're going to have Ice Cream Dreams. He's going to be doing his cold roll there. Timmy's here. Let's just call it Tim's Fish Show and move on. All right, this is Tim Emerson right here. He's called the Wood Guy. He's down in Kansas. So if you ever go to Kansas, get a hold of me. I'll give you his information. Tim, I'm going to call you later on. But we're going to have a lot of vendors tables. So it's going to end up being more than likely $35 gets you a 8-foot table and 2 chairs. I was going to go do tents, but the tents are too expensive, so it's can be like bring your own tent. Next year we are going to do a bigger place. It's just it's quickly getting bigger. Now I know there was another local fish store that wanted to do a swap, and how I think happened where he got shot down is I think when he talked to the city, it was thank you, love you. Um, I think he gave too much information to the city where they miscategorized it. So like when I went to the city, I called them and I told them roughly what I want to do, and I allowed them to ask the questions to figure out what permits and licenses I need. Um, what happens though is like we can have sellers tables and I can put a piece of paper out there saying like, hey, our local sales tax is this is this, you need to collect the sales tax. Um, I think kind of what happened is when he went to the city, I think they misinformed, thinking that it's gonna be like almost like a shopping mall, a lot of businesses. And that's when they started saying that people have to have license, they have to have insurance, they have to do all this stuff. It's also he's also was hosting it inside, where I'm hosting mine outside. When it's inside, you only have so many people there because it's a fire hazard. PYOT, bring your own tent. There's my Discord. Thank you, Lori. Hey, Black Powder. But we're actually going over and Lori, I know I did talk to you before about this. Can you look up MN Co-op? MN space CO-OP. That is what I'm thinking that we might end up calling this in the future, due to the fact of if you like I can't pull it up on my phone here. That's why I wanted it to like be at the store and stuff. But it ends up getting it's catchy. It lets you know that it's in Minnesota. Okay. Co-op, it means that there's multiple businesses or multiple groups or multiple entities that are pulling this all together. I know Taylor hates the name. Plus, it's also available. It's available because I bought the domains and stuff back in 2018. So I had an idea back in 2018. That's why if everybody says, well, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Dude, I thought about this like a long time ago. And I've brought it up to our local nonprofit. So like Minnesota Aquarium Society is the second oldest nonprofit group. It's been going since 1930. I brought this up to them, and unfortunately, at that time, they decided they wanted to do a different venture. So this is something that I'm very passionate about. I am heading it up. Linda, if nobody really knows Linda here, except for some of the people from Minnesota, everybody knows Linda. Linda's a great party planner. She does her house plants group like every single month. They get roughly about 500 people showing up with 20 vendors. So she's going to be bringing up to them. TCMS is going to go over and have their booth. Mass is going to have a table out there. I open it up to other fish stores if they want to have a table and advertise. But I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to be the next Aquashella. I'm not. I'm trying to Minnesota. We're very like Minnesota nice is what we call it. We like to get together. We like having barbecues. We like in-person meetings. Unfortunately, with COVID, all our nonprofits decided to not do in-person meetings. They decided to do Zoom meetings. Normally in March, we have the Expo, which is a one-day event. We have it at Augsburg College. It gets super busy. A lot of people show up. It's kind of like a small, like a miniature, like event show at a thing. It got canceled. So when it got canceled, I had Jack come to my store, interview me for his school, and told me his ideas that he misses the in-person meetings. The last time we had an in-person barbecue was prior to the COVID when Chris Lukup came. We had it at Linda's house. It was for Minnesota Planet Tank Aquatics. He misses it. And he missed the fact of Mass not doing in-person meetings, them not doing this. And this is it really pulled a string on my heart, and I started reaching out to people. I also had another young gentleman that said that he got picked on in school because he was a nerd. And I don't believe in that. Like growing up, I grew up in a small rural town, like super small. Like Kimball, Minnesota was like super, super small. And the thing is, I wasn't a popular kid there. I was the local troublemaking kid. I was the kid that challenged everybody. I was the kid that ran with a small group of people. I was a kid that just got into mischief. That's just what I did. You know, what was it? Minnesota Co-op? Yes, it was. And so I know what it's like. I know what it's like to not be in the in group. I know what it's like. Like it's the same even today. Even today, as adults, there's still cliques, and we need to get past that whole clicky thing. YouTubers are the same way. YouTubers, there's a clique of people, and then there's the other clique of people, and then if you're not in either of those, you're kind of like an outcast. And that's the thing is like I don't want to format to this clique, and I don't want to format to this clique. I want to do my own little thing that I think is best for me and my channel. And that's the thing is it's like I've had some people like Aquafest that's coming up in Louisiana is you know, I did it last year. I was their media one. They went over and gave me another booth, and then there's another clique of people that somehow they want to take it over, so they're deciding to do another booth there on their stuff. And then I had other YouTubers reach out to me saying that they feel that there's a like a tear in the group, and I try to message the other person that's doing this saying, you know, hey, this is not about you, this is not about me, this is about the show. We're supposed to be promoting the show. Why don't you just come on our table? You can still do what you're going to do and stuff. And that's where it's sad, and I really wish people could look past their own prerogative and start looking at the bigger picture, because like Aquafest is about Aquafest. It's not about your popularity for your group or anything else, or my popularity for mine. It's about putting a show on that's just good for the end consumer and good for the show. Now, the Minnesota one, I opened it up to whatever group wants to join. We're reaching out to the reptile people now too to see if the reptile people want to go in there. So then it would be everybody in there. We're not trying to be a huge event. Well, I would like this to be a huge event in the future. But if you look, so Monster Fish Gal, yeah, it's Minnesota Co-op. I think the background on Facebook is, it's not the website. So the website reverts back to my own website. I have to work on the website probably today. But if you go to the Facebook, it is the Minnesota Co-op. There's the logo for the business page, the M with flower or leaves around it. The group page has this cool little saying. And I know I have to work on the whole entire Minnesota Co-op. It's got to be more than just Minnesota Co-op. But I've looked up Minnesota Collective, Minnesota, like all this stuff, and everything's all taken. You know, we don't want to do it like as an aquatic name, because then you're being only inclusive to the aquatic ones versus the house plants versus the reptile people versus, you can't have fresh in there because then you alienate yourself from the saltwater people. I like small and cozy events. I feel it more personal and active. Yes. Now, normally, like if we would have had a get together, like what we planned, my venue would be perfect. Like we'd have like 15 sellers tables there. It was great. Now we're doing something where it's a little bit bigger, to a point where right now we have the funding of zero. That's our funding is $0. $0. Because this is a brand new thing. So the money from the sellers tables would rent the tables and chairs and give us a little bit left over to do something in the future to pay for a different venue if a lot of people rent tables. It's open to I had a customer come in and says, well, you know, I would do a seller's table, but you know, you're going to veto what I want to sell. I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to veto? He goes, well, I want to sell shrimp. I'm like, bring shrimp. Like, nobody realizes that by doing an event at my place, everybody's going to benefit from this. My store is not going to benefit like financially from it, because everybody's going to be bringing, like Minnesota Plant and Tanks, everybody there is going to be bringing plants, and their prices on plants are going to be a lot cheaper than what a normal retail store is. People that breed shrimp are going to bring shrimp, and the price on their shrimp are going to be cheaper than what I normally sell at my store as a retail store. I mean, I'm priced expensive, but they're going to still be priced lower. What I'm getting off this is this. Hey, do you remember when Joe Shrimp Shack had an event at his place that was cool? Hey, do you remember when Joe started this? It's kind of like Minnesota Plant and Tanks. Do you remember when Chris Lugup came to Minnesota from Germany? Same concept. We're getting that. Now the other pages, they're going to get building up their page. The other vendors, they're going to sell some stuff. But it's like the store's not doing it to be like make financial money. It's just this is not what I'm doing it for. So, but yeah, I'm waiting for Lori to do this, but I know like Tyler's been helping me out a lot in our admin chat. If there's anybody else from Minnesota watching this, if you want to help volunteer or help do something, I'm looking for some active people that not just that it's a lot. Ooh, there it is. Thank you, Laura. I see right here. So this is it's not it's a lot of work to spearhead and you're giving time and resources to it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tyler. So what I'm doing is I'm not dictating anything. What I'm doing is we have an admin chat and I have ideas in my head. I don't have to fine tune every single detail. I don't. I give some ideas to the group and I say, what do you all think? Now, some time can go by, and if nobody says anything, I just run with what I'm going to do and stuff. And then what happens is people in Minnesota are pretty passive aggressive. They might say something after the fact of, hey, I don't believe this. You had an opportunity to say anything, but you didn't say anything. Now, here it is. Here's the group right here. Thank you, Lori, right there. That's the Facebook group right there. The reason why I want to do this one is it's a co-op. Okay, it's people coming together, groups coming together, people coming together. Be kind of cool little shirt detail and stuff like this. Can something happen in the future where we change it? Yes, 100%. But no, like I was getting back to it is if there's a local people here in Minnesota that want to kind of help, or even other places, I don't care. That want to help with help planning and stuff, I'd love to add you to the committee for it. I think there's going to be like the admin team, which it's the main planners and stuff, and then we're going to have some volunteers that we can delegate stuff out to that they can go and do. I knew when I started this group that there's not a lot of our admins were not going to be super active. I mean, I knew this. I talked to them. They told me like, look, Joe, we'll go to the event, but it doesn't mean we're going to do a lot of stuff. It's just they were a part of it, the very last one. So I need to start going over and seeing who actually wants to help do stuff and who doesn't really want to, like, just wants to go there and have their name. I get that. Like, I'm not like enforcing anything. So I know Tyler's been helping me out a lot. I've been running a lot of things off his head. Linda from Minnesota Plantarella, she's gonna be doing it. She does a great job, like planning stuff. Hey guys, this is the group over here. This is the group right here. If you want to join the group, I think this is gonna be the future site. I own the domain, but I have to work on the domain. It's kind of what I'm really like spending a lot of time and effort into right now. Is trying to make this really good for the end consumers at their shows. There is a couple manufacturers that said they are going to show up. I'm not going to announce their names until it's 100% locked in stone, definite. I spoke to the reps, so I just want to wait until all that is done. So we're going to have kids events there, sellers tables, hopefully food trucks, a lot of sellers tables, speakers. If there's any other group in Minnesota here that wants to be a part of this, please message me. I know I have to speak to the admin on the Minnesota Fish Keepers about the activity that they're doing to make sure that we're all on the same board here. I really want to do this. And so June 3rd was the date that we chose. So I went by the Farmer's Almanac. In the past 5 years, it's never rained. You're looking at between 70 and 73 degrees, which is a perfect little summer day before it gets too hot. I've been asked that is the seller's tables refundable. We would just push it back to a different date. If June 3rd, like if we looked at the weather forecast and June 3rd was going to rain, we just choose another date and we kind of push it at that one right there. But yeah, it's 100%. Like if the event was going to happen, the money would go back. There's the Minnesota Plantarella. We go. There's Linda's group, Minnesota Plantarella. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm gonna go back to where we're. I get to find us here. There it is. But that's the group right there that we're gonna be doing. I have to get some more coffee. That we're gonna be doing the group or the. I don't even know what to call it anymore. You know what I mean? It's not a get together. It's not a barbecue anymore. It's not a full-fledged, event. I don't know what to call it. I really don't like event. We can call it an event. I don't care. I love my coffee. No, I really thought of it as let me scroll back down to the new comments. There we go. That to have a barbecue, but then I instantly thought, like, if I was having a barbecue and I asked my dad, let's say 1,500, let's say 1,000 people showed up, and I went to my dad and I said, "Hey, I need you to make me about 1,500 hot dogs on my grill." He's going to tell me to take a flying leap. He would still do it, but he'd tell me to take a flying leap because that's a lot of hot dogs. But then you have to start looking at if the average hot dog cost was 50 cents. At 1,500 hot dogs, it's $750 just for the hot dogs alone, not counting the hot dog buns, not counting the ketchup, not counting all this. It's a lot of money to a point where if we get food trucks, and trust me, if anybody's watching, they have a food truck, message me, We have one guy that he makes fried rice spice, liquid, and he wants to go there and give out samples. I'm like, yeah, more empowered. Like, it's awesome. I think this is going to be great. The teams, the main pages that have teamed up are great ones. They have great admins. They have great drive. Tyler used to spearhead the Minnesota Planet Tank Aquatics barbecue, and now he's got kids, and it's just a lot of time and effort into it. So yeah. Hey, Dee and Linda does great planning on hers. So I think if I have the first I'm going to be adding Linda to our chat. Hi, new local Austin. I'm going to go over and have Linda in charge of sellers tables. So when we finally do our post, I have to work on the advertisement. I don't know what you call it, picture or whatever it is. And then I'll just have everybody reach out to Linda that wants to have a sellers table. And then she'll write down their name. She'll tell them the payment has to be done by X date here to this PayPal or Venmo. And then when the money gets in that Venmo and stuff, I then contact Linda and say they got paid. And then, yeah. So someone is telling me that 494 is cleared up. I'm glad 494 is cleared up. But it doesn't help that at 2 o'clock we're going to get more snow. Yes, we are in a winter storm warning advisory, whatever you call. So then Justin goes over and says, appreciate the work you put in for the hobby in Minnesota. Your knowledge and enthusiasm for the hobby is really what got me into the shrimp keeping and aquascaping. We'll sure stop by for this event. Thank you, Justin. I greatly appreciate it. It's a passion of mine. There's a lot of other stores out there, and there's a lot of other people you can watch. And I appreciate everybody that tunes in here weekly and watches my videos. Yes, I know that there's been some weird adult-themed book out there. It was a touchy thing that if I was going to do it or not. I went to my barber's, okay? Here's the story behind them. I went to my barber's, and she goes, hey, did you ever hear of the book called Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber? And I'm like, no. She goes, watch this video. And I showed the video, and I watched the lady trying to read this so it's a kid's book. Well, it's adult themed. It's a cartoony book that they're reading stuff, and it's very intricate of that. And I went over and I got kind of bored, and I said, oh yeah, I'm just going to buy the whole set and just read the set. So what I did is I read them. I published them to an adult book themed link in there. Now Tyler, you see Tyler right here. He's like, get rid of it. It has not relevance to this channel. And I just wanted to read them. And then I put them on the thing, and I thought it would be like, oh my God, it's kind of funny. Some people think it's funny. Some people might not think it's funny, but it's one of those things where there's hundreds of these books out there. And to each their own on it, I know I've done on this page, I've done like Pokemon rips and stuff like this, and I kind of do everything on this one. So Adult book, that's one way to put it. So it's, yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's like one season left, but I haven't even like cracked into that one right there. So what I did, yeah, it's they're out there. There's other people that did them right there. So, but um, what happened with my co-host is everybody kind of like wonders because I was planning to have Victoria as my co-host. Um, she decided that she wanted to go over and um, I don't know, it's kind of tough. Like I love Victorians and everything else. Victoria and I get along really good. Um, I'm kind of old fashioned when I do my communication, where I do a lot of like messaging back and forth, or I want to call on the phone. So if it's something like it's super like in depth where I don't like freaking texting nonstop like long conversations, I would rather just pick up the phone and call someone. And she wanted to go over constantly have messages going back and forth, and I didn't want like there's a time and place for messaging, and there's time and place for just pick up the phone and call someone. Um, and then yes, I am a type of person. I'm a love it or leave it type person. That's the biggest thing. So the thing is now I'm not loved by all the others out there. I'm not. It's like I can't be loved by everybody, but I'm a very blunt person. I'm a very black and white person that if I don't like you, I'm gonna let you know I don't like you. Um, and she wants to be on everybody's kind of page, which is fine. That's her prerogative. She met everybody's page. Um, and the thing is I think that if a YouTuber or a creator is gonna further their career, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to step out of always having the same group of people um, in your circle, and you have to step outward. Now, I've done that too, but there's a thing where I can reach out to other YouTubers and talk to other YouTubers and do this. I can talk to other manufacturers and do this as well. Um, but like I love like everybody I used to sponsor. I used to sponsor aquarium guys, podcaster. We're still friends. I still talk to him. Jim, that was the person that was on last week. Jim, he's one of the aquarium guys that are on there. I sponsor. Still love Jess. It wasn't a sound financial decision that I made for moving forward. I decided that as Joe Shrimp Shack as a business, I wanted to do something else. So then I broke it off on that one. It's not that I'm anti the Aquatic Morning Show and I'm not anti Jess. It's just as a business, I decided to make a business decision. And that's where it's tough, where a lot of people can't distinguish between personal and business. I can, at the end of the day, at 5 o'clock, I can shut off the business, and then it's, I can talk to you like a normal friendship. But business is business, and personal is personal. It's always brought up. It's also funny because I talked to my stepmom. I don't know if she's watching. Yes, Tyler, I'll get you 1 second. So I talked to my stepmom the other day, and my OCD for the store, how it looks the way it is for my stepmom. I was talking to her about this, and she's like, well, you see, it helps you, doesn't it? And I'm like, it helps me, but everybody else hates it because I'm so OCD in what I need to do, where I put everything, and that comes from you. I love you and everything else, but the OCD comes from like childhood. Like everything had a certain spot in my room. Like every toy had to go in a certain spot. When I got off school and freaking went to my room to get changed, by the time I got out of the bathroom, came back, the clothes were gone. If I took toys out, they went back in the like. It's good for me because it keeps me on track. But unfortunately for other people, they think it's super annoying. So Tyler says, anything new coming into the shrimp hobby, strains, types, colors? Just curious what's coming down the pike. I do have green Rillies at the store. So I got a bunch of green Rillies in the back breeding. They are not a stable line. There is a lot of calls coming out of them. I'm now opening up to some people roughly if they wanted to get some. I know there's some other websites that have them and they're all sold out. I mean, I've been breeding mine in the back, so I mean, if one of my like good followers are on here, want to try and like perfect the line. Cool, awesome. Swing in, let me know. That's order versus chaos. I know, but so my mind thinks like if I sit here and I have an employee and I kind of look over the side like this, that kind of like look over, I can't do what I'm doing until that's done. And it bugs it. Sue, I love you if you're watching and everything else. And I apologize a lot of times when I'm short with them. It's something that happens where I can't do what I need to do until that's done. And it, yeah. But no, back to what you're saying is, Chevy, I consider it organization. I consider it freaking pain in my butt. It's affected a lot. Better get to cleaning up those tanks then. Yeah. So I'm just going to tear down these tanks. But the thing is, I'm trying to concentrate on my store and finishing, because when I did this opening in July of last year, it was a soft open. It wasn't like a grand opening. It was a soft open because I wasn't happy I didn't have all my aquascape tanks. Now I had a couple, I had a person, Jack of All Aquariums on Instagram, help me aquascape a couple tanks, and that's what I wanted. Now I told Tyler, like, hey, what tank do you want? And yeah, everybody's busy. That's the thing. Now, normally when Aquashella would have came to Chicago, I would have spoke to like the George Farmers, the Jen Williams, the Melanies, and just, hey, come over to Minnesota. It's like a 4-hour drive. Let's do some aquascaping. But unfortunately, Aquashella is not going to be in Chicago this year. They have Daytona in November, and May they have Dallas. I will be at the Dallas show, representing with JBJ, but also my own booth right next to Eric, right next by the shrimp contest. So, hey, Silver Creek Aquatics, how you doing? Whoops, Tommy. So yeah, this is something, and then back to Tyler, like we got the green release out there. That's what's new in the store. Thai microcrabs. I do have Thai microcrabs at the store. Now I will tell people, if you buy these Thai microcrabs and you're expecting to see them all the time, you're not going to see them all the time. They hide a lot, and they're like freaking like the size of a pea. I don't know how long I'm going to end up having them. I'm going to try and get some more coming up. I'm also going to try and get some more panda loaches. It happens, Chevy. Like, what do you do? I mean, the whole concept is Aquashella was always supposed to be a rotating show. Always supposed to be. It's like travel. You can't always just do the same show, same place every single time. You got to travel. You got to go different places and stuff. So yeah, they're just doing one in Daytona. The Dallas one was a very good one right there. There's ideas for a third one going out there, and there was even ideas for a fourth one. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in Chicago this year. But yeah, we have Aquafest coming April 15th and 16th down in Louisiana. Tim from Pet World, the Wood Guy, is going down there. Owasi's going to be there with Jennifer Williams. Custom Aquariums is going to be there as well. Eric and myself are going to be there as well. I know the Aquatic Morning Show is going to go there. So if there's any influencers that are watching this video or anything else, if you want to be part of the Fish Tubers booth, what we're doing is we're offering the free booth. You can bring your merch, you can sell your merch. If you have some fish you want to sell, it's completely fine for me. I don't want to cause this. Some people are saying it's like almost like a separation of, you got this person here and you got this person here and this person here, and they don't want to be stuck in the middle. I don't want that either. I want to do a promotion for the show and what's best for the show. I've already reached out to the people running the show saying, hey, I don't want this riff. I'd rather just give up the whole booth and just do something else and then let them take this booth. I really don't care. I want to put the best show possible for Aquafest. They're allowing this page, or they're allowing that booth to be given to us. So the more influencers that are there, the better it is, because it's all about the show. Right now, it's all about my coffee. But yeah, I am happy. Thank you, Lori. There's the Aquafest in Slidell, Louisiana. And then we're going to go fishing on Monday with the people that put on the show. And then they're hopefully, It's a good enough turnout where that we can go to a convention hall on the following years directly right in Louisiana. There's a lot of saltwater and freshwater coming in there. Awasi's going to do something a little special out there. So, GD, I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing fine. And then that's in April. And then May is Aquashella Dallas. That is March, April, May 21st and 22nd. I do believe. My dates are all kind of screwed up in my head. May, and then June, I am doing June 3rd. We'll be doing our event in Minnesota. Now, there's another show in North Carolina the following weekend. On that one, which is great, is some people have asked me, is this the International Shrimp Contest that I no, it's not. It's a new one called North American International Shrimp Contest. It is not endorsed from the original International Shrimp Contest. It is not the same thing at all. It's run by someone completely different on that. Just to give a little FYI. What does the green really look like? Can you update a photo of it in the group? I can, but here's the thing. When you post something on social media, and I'm going to put this right here. If I posted something on my Facebook group, everybody's going to come in and want that. And then I have it in the back area. And then my employees don't know what to do. They don't know if they're supposed to bring the person back there or not. But I will take some pictures of it. I will post it. It is not a stable line. So let me re-emphasize this right now. So some of them look more like a blue really, but they are, like when I got them, I looked them in the bag. They were all green, but I put them on dark substrates, kind of dark up. The babies that are coming out, some have the green really look. Some have the just green look, and some have the cull look, which is like the more wild look. It is not a stable line. Please, I want to emphasize that to everybody. It's not a stable line. Kind of like the Onyx. The Onyx is not a really stable line when it came out either. It takes some working. So working takes time. But yes, when I'm not currently at the store, as you see, I'm in the Secret Shrimp Cave. Shrimp Cave. I want to make a side note. Shrimp Cave. I just saw the gerbils go off in my head. But I will post a picture when I get back to the store about it. But yeah, it's Dallas was in March. Wait, I thought Dallas was in March. Did they change the date, or did I have a substandard human a moment? No. So April 15th and 16th is Aquafest. That's in Slidell, Louisiana. Okay. And then you have Aquashella is in March. I'm sorry, March, April, May 21st and 22nd. I'm having a brain fart on this one right too. And then I'm doing mine in June. And then the Daytona show is in November. So here's the information for the Dallas show. I can't click on it with my phone. I'm on my phone, not on my computer. So normally I could have clicked on it and showed you all the fun little stuff. Next week I will show you more with what's going on for the Minnesota show. But I love all you guys. I wish all you guys could come up here for the show. I wish all you guys could come here. I'll have some drone footage going on. Let's see here. Cape Town. Oh, here it goes. Okay, so I'm just trying to get, sounds cool. Here's Dee. What's Dee say? My only scheduled trip this year is the Clash. Aquashella waited too long for me to lock on babysitter, etc. Might go to the Aquatic Expo if hubby feels like the ride. 14-hour round trip of driving. So that's the problem you end up having with, like, there was a lot of issues with, I won't say a lot of issues. There's a lot of things going on with Aquashella on trying to get venues, trying to get contracts signed, kind of get all this stuff going on. So what happened is they made a late announcement, and there's a lot of people saying, well, I couldn't do this. It's still filling up. But Dee, yeah, I can't, like, it's something that happens. Yeah. So, but I know, like, we're going to be doing, Lori, can you throw out my Minnesota Co-op items? I mean, like, scrolling backwards and stuff. I want to thank everybody again who has subscribed to my channel. I want to thank everybody that became a member. If you want to become a member, I'm doing discounts. I'm going to be changing up the discounts because the cost of replacing the products. So I'm doing the percentage off. I usually have a Discord channel. Put you in the Discord channel. That's where you get the discount code. And then you have in-person discounts as well. Unfortunately, I have to lower some of it because I know the Shrimp Keeper Master was like $19.99 a month. And it got you 20% off. Now, I knew this was going to happen where people would get pay the $19.99 a month, come in the store, save $80-$90 and then unsubscribe from that, and then future go to it, trying to get the discount. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to kind of lower it. I do keep track of who. There it is. Thank you. Thank yous. I do keep track of the members that are on the group, and I want to do something kind of special for them. If you guys become a member, I want to do something special for you guys. So I'm gonna really look out to the people that were a member and have been a member for a while. It does help the channel out. It does help my channel out a lot. It may not seem like much, but $4 here and there works really good. For my channel, it gives me different equipment that I need to get different equipment. Everybody thinks that YouTube channels get a lot of money. If you're a super million subscribers, yeah, you get money and stuff. But when you're a smaller YouTuber, it's not that much. But I want to thank everybody for that has been doing it. This link that's right here is this new group called Minnesota Co-op. It's going to be for the show coming up in Minnesota that I'm partnering up with Minnesota Planted Tank Aquatics, Minnesota Plantarella. There's other subgroups that want to take part in this, which is like TCMAS, which is the saltwater nonprofit, MASS, which is the freshwater nonprofit, Minnesota Fish Keepers. There's other fish stores that want to do it as well. So I'm kind of like, thank you, Lori, for putting all that stuff in there. Pink, light, blue, and white. Did I miss something? All right, I guess I missed something in that one. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have down in Slidell, I'll have the Mafia t-shirts. I have a lot of Mafia t-shirts. I can get that back on board. Any of the sponsors that are watching me, Timmy, if you're still watching, if you want to sponsor the Minnesota show with some donations and stuff, I will definitely do that for you. Otherwise, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching in my shrimp cave. See, there's like posters right here. I'm gonna check the weather out. I'm gonna check the forecast, see if it's decent for me to drive into work. I don't want to get stuck there. I have some food there and everything else, but I don't want to end up going there and then get stuck where get in an accident, coming back. Because the thing is like I know how to drive in the wintertime, but other people might rush. It might be on the phone where that's how you get hit and stuff. Yes. Did someone say Keystone Clash? Yeah, there's a lot of shows out there. I mean, there's another show in Colorado. You got the Keystone Clash. There's a lot of different shows. And that's the thing is like I try and do when you go to a show like almost every single month and travel, it gets costly. Like let's look at the Dallas Aquashella before I end this live. It's like $600 for a flight. It's $800 for a hotel room. The price of the booth has gone up. For a 10x10 booth, it's roughly about $850 now. I think I want to say it's $850. So if you kind of look at it, you're around like $2,500 just right there, and then you include food. I'm a foodie. I love food. So you're looking at like $2,850 just as a vendor to go to a show. I know we sell stuff there, but you never know what you're going to sell. You can be doing good, you can be doing bad. Now, if you do that every single month, it's a lot of like prepping and getting stuff there. Eric and I were talking about like the Daytona show. We might not attend at the Daytona show due to the fact of it's in Daytona. Most flights are out of Orlando. That means like anything that we want to ship there, we would have to either A, rent a car, or B, get an Uber to actually go to Cargo, pick up our product, and then drive 45 minutes to an hour to the venue. So we haven't really decided on that. So who knows? I know next month is Global Pet Expo, which is the retail to retail convention for stores going to and vendors or manufacturers go to. I know JBJ is going to be going to it. They haven't decided how many people are going to go. They're sending, so I'm still in the hiatus on that one because I have to wear a suit when I go there. Unfortunately, I got fat. The suit doesn't really fit me, so I need to like prep it up and stuff. So right now we're just going to take it one show at a time. So the next In Theory show that I'm going to is Aquafest in Louisiana, April 15th and 16th. Any of the influencers here, whether you're TikTok, whether you're Snapchat, whether you're Instagram, whether you're YouTube, if you want to go there and partake in this and be part of the booth, cool, message me. Otherwise, June 3rd, we're doing one in Minnesota. It's going to be awesome. This is the information down below. There's the Global Pet Expo right there. That's the one. Super cool. But Lori, I love you. I am going to end this live. I'm going to do some more videos coming up this week. Throw them on my page. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, become a member. Cool, the information's in there. Become a member. I love y'all. Love y'all. You guys have a shrimptastic day, okay?